sorry, I mean looping part, looping, while, do while, and for loop, and these we will discuss and see their diagram and everything else. Okay, while, do while, and for loop, and what's special things in there, what are the various things. So let's start with the while itself, the first while itself. So let me write the formula for the while. So what is the formula for while? Write the while, then again inside this boolean test. Okay, and after the boolean test, this particular body will get executed. So simple stuff. Just go ahead and check the condition if that is true, and then execute that block. So simple. I'm coming from here in my execution flow. This is my conditional flow, and here I'm doing some testing. If that is true, right, then execute the body. And up till what execute the body, go back here, right? See the diagram carefully. I'm going back here. Every time I'm checking this statement, up till what I have to check it, until it get false. So once it get false, then it will come out of the while condition. So sorry, while loop, not condition. So condition would get executed until it is true. So whatever we return into the body, that will get executed, and then once it get false, then we have to come out of this. So it says check the condition first, keep on executing the body, and then after that, once the condition become false for you, then stop, go inside to the body, and next part of program start executing for that. Did you get the point, right?
So loop basically means go round and round. So go round,
Yes.
okay, fine. The condition is good. Do it again until the condition
Hmm.
is false. Then come out of that loop.
Hmm. That is right. That is something like that. Have you ever played in childhood that snake and ladder game? And there was some rule. I mean, over here I have to play with my baby girl, and where we can only start when dice have the 1 or 6 point
Oh,
only.
Ludo.
Otherwise
Yes, yes,
yes,
Ludo.
Ludo, Ludo
Yeah,
also, right? So until unless we do not get 1 or 6, we cannot start. So keep on executing, and
right,
if
right.
that comes, then only you are out of that loop. Otherwise you have to, I mean, just for the, just connect you with the real world analogy
Yes,
for
yes,
such
I
type of things.
understand. I like playing that.
Yeah. Okay, so let's try out the program as well related to this, right, one by one. So conditional is this. Now we do while demo.
When I was practicing the loops, right? Um, then I get very confused when we do the nested for loop when there is multiple conditions in the nested for loop.
I'll
That
make it
one confuses
easy
me.
for you. Nested for loop. That's why the debugging part comes into the picture. So don't worry. We will discuss that next nested for loop also, and I'll show you how to make those things easier with respect to the understanding.
Okay, good.
All right. So
Okay,
now, for the time being, let's focus on some examples for now.
please. Yes.
So let's say I want to get the sum of some number. Okay. So let's say my sum is initially I have the 0, and I want to get the sum from 1 to 10. Get the sum from 1 to 10 numbers, right? That's how we started thinking. So let's write the while loop. So until my given number is lesser than the upper bound, until then keep on executing this while loop. So let us initialize these variables. So we can do it other way around also. I have defined this. Hover your cursor here and you can write create local variable number, right? Here also hover here, create local variable upper bound. So number I want to start from 1, upper bound I would like to give 10, and these are literals for me, right? That way we can also do, I mean, the way you think, the way you in that way itself you program. Whatsoever we learned, I'm doing that only. Now I would like to sum the things. What I can do, sum equal to sum plus number. Can I do this to get the sum, right? One
Okay.
placeholder for me, and then that number itself, whatsoever number, and number will keep on increasing. Or other way, whatever we learn, I'll write one more time so you can also brush that up. Sum plus equal to number also I can write. So the same meaning, sum equal to sum plus number, that is also right.
All right.
This is little bit difficult, so I won't do it. See, one more trick. If you are at some line and you keep it upward, then you can press alt and up arrow, alt plus up arrow. So I'm here, I want to make it the line number 13 and line number 13 to 14. So what I'll do, I go here, press alt and up arrow, both line will get replaced. I don't want to use this, is increase little bit understandability, complexity it increase with respect to the understanding. So I keep the thing simple. So what I have done, I come into the here, and then I would like to increment the number also, so that every it has one only, so every other statement it should increment by one, so number becomes number plus plus, right? If you find difficulties, you can write number equal to number plus one also, that is also fine. So all the things I'm writing for you, whatever we discussed earlier, number equal to number plus one also you can write. So more or less the same thing, and then we it will gives us an output. We can now see the output. The total is then sum, and now see 1 to 10 should be a 55. So let's run this, and then I'll debug it also for the understanding. So number is 55, that means our formula was correct, but chances is that we might have done the wrong thing. So what I'll do, I'll put a breakpoint over here by double clicking here. Go to this program, right click over here, come to this debug as part, and press the Java application. So I really want to debug this, and I'll show you every bit of things there. So see here, up till now, keep your eyes on this right hand side box, right? Sum is 0. I press F6 for the next line. So I press F6. Now see, number becomes one, number variable, and upper bound should be 10 over here. So I can see upper bound value is 6. Now I can hover my cursor here also, and it should give me the current value. If I hover my cursor here, see, it gives me 1, right? Can you see it?
Yeah,
Upper bound is 10, so 1 is less than equal to 10. Is that correct statement?
that is correct.
So if I press F6, it should go into the while statement itself, so the condition is true, it comes here. Now sum is 0 over here. If I hover my cursor, it should show me 0 over here, and number is 1, so it should show me 1 here. So what happens here? 0 plus 1. So 0 plus 1 becomes 1. That means sum has 1 now, right?
Right.
Do you follow me?
Yeah.
Okay, 1 second. I wish the drawing tool would work, but okay, anyway. So what has happened now? The sum variable container have 1 now. Now I need to run this particular program for 10 times. So that's why I have taken the number, or so that I can increment it. So what I have done, I'm incrementing the number now here. So what I have done, number is increment by 1, because I want to get the sum of 1 to 10. So I have to, every now and then I need to increase this value, then only I can get it. So now what will happen? The number here, see here, it is 1, it will increment by 1. I press F6 and see here, number become 2, and you see sum become 2. You hover your cursor anywhere and you will find the current value. Number is 2, sum is 1, and so on, and upper bound is 10 only. So now one would get, sorry, number become 2, so 2 is lesser than 10, so it will again go inside this loop here. Now what will happen? You can see here also, sum is 2 and sum is 1 and number is 2. So 2 plus 1, what will happen? Now new value is, sum is 1 plus number is 2. So 2 plus 1 is 3. Sum become 3. So here also it will become 3. This become 3. See here, yellow part. It will show you the latest value in the yellow part, right hand side. Can you see
Oh,
that?
yeah, I see the
Right?
yellow highlighted.
And the number will get increment by 1 to 2 and 2 to 3. Increment by 1. So it will increment by 1. So it has become 3 now. See here, right?
All right.
Again condition will be tested for number only. So number is 3, upper bound is 10, and so and so. It will be keep on executing in that way only until number reaches to the 10. So it will keep on going in this way, right? You can see it, and eventually you would get the result. Did you find, anywhere you find the difficulties with respect to the understanding of logic for this program?
I'm not sure how you got 55 again.
Okay, you are not sure how did I get 55 here, right?
All right.
Okay, let me write this program there. Okay, outer, because it's drawing tool right now, it's not working, and I don't want to stop recording and re-login. So let me go to the note one and I'll show you by drawing there. Okay,
Okay.
this is my program. All right, no problem in that. Okay, now let me remove the unwanted part from here.
You start from the top, please, when you do the explanation, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I'll start from top left place itself. 1 second. Just hang up. Let me change the window. Okay, delete here, come here, come here. So rather than 10, we can take upper bound 5, है ना? Right?
Yep.
It will
Yes.
take lesser time with respect to the understanding, right?
Okay. So we declared two integer variables, 1 and 5. Fine.
Yeah. Now I'll draw the diagram so that the understanding would be more clear to you with respect to everyone. See, what is our agenda? I'll write here. Sum between 1 to 10. Now, how a programmer need to think, or 1 to 5, right?
Okay.
So somewhere, okay, I have to calculate this. That means my initial value is 1, right? My final value I mean, how one should think when we start programming. My final value is 10, right?
All right.
This you can easily think, right? So what you
Okay.
have to do, okay, I have to define two variable. Now what you will do, and that should be integer type. So int number equal to, you have write 1, right, initial number. And secondly, int final number equal to 10, you write, correct? Or 5,
Mm.
rather, write 5.
Let's say 5.
Okay, I
So
have taken
by
this.
sum we mean the total. By sum, my definition of sum is total, right?
Yeah, sum is total, right.
Okay.
Now I come to the, okay, I have to take one more container which should give me the final result, right? So definitely I have to take one more variable, right?
Okay.
That should be sum, and it should not have any value initially. So what we have done so far, I have taken one bowl which have initial value 1, one
Yes.
bowl which have initial value 5,
Yes.
and one bowl its is initial I am writing. This is final f I'm writing, and this bowl is sum s I'm writing, and it does not have any value right now. Up till now, any problem?
Okay.
No problem, right?
No.
Now what we are doing, we have written that, okay, I have to write some condition here. What should be the condition? That until my initial value becomes the final value, that up till that, until that time my loop should get executed. So how can I do it? While my number is lesser than equal to the final number, right? Until my initial number is lesser than the final number or does not become the final number, keep on executing this loop, right? So
Right.
what is the case right now? This is 1 and this is 5. 1 is less than equal to 5. The statement is correct, right?
It is correct. Yes.
Now below this, what I have written, sum equal to sum plus number. So what inside sum right now? 0. What inside in number? I write number is initial value, right? Or let's write the uh okay, number itself. Just imagine this I is a number, not I. Okay, initial number. So what inside number? 1, and what inside sum? 0. So what I have the case?
Sum is 0
Sum is 0 and number
plus
is
1.
1, right?
Yes.
So eventually what should sum contain? 1 after first iteration. So what I have done, I remove it, erase it, and I make it 1 over here for first iteration.
Okay.
Now I have to do something to increment it. Otherwise, it will always, the loop would be endless. It will always check with the one only. One is lesser than 5. One is lesser than 5. I don't want to do it. My
No.
5 numbers are clear to me. First, I want to make it 5. I want to add 5 numbers, so I write it. 1, 2, 3. One second, and let me write this. 4 and 5. So what is my case now? I really want to make my number to 2, 1 from 2, right? So what I'll do, how to make number increment by 1? So what
By
I'm
plus
saying,
plus.
hey number, whatever value you have, just increment 1 by that. So number plus 1. So what has happened at this time? Number has become 2, right?
2. Yes.
So we come to the this condition now. Again, it will go there. I said until unless it is not false, the loop will keep on executing. So what it has become? 2 is less than
2.
5 or not, right?
Yes. That is
And
good.
now I
Condition is
have to
true.
make these bowls also for me. So this condition is true for now, right? The final
Right.
value is always 5. Final value is again not going to change for me, right? So I can write final value also. just for the understanding, right?
Right.
Only sum should okay, I write it like this, but no worries. So now I come inside this. Sum is 2, right? And number is what? Sorry, sum is my sum is 1 over here, correct?
Okay.
In my this statement, and number is 2. So what has it become? Sum is
Sum is
1,
2 now.
right? And number is 1. So what has become? Sum become 2, correct?
Correct.
Any doubt? And
No.
number becomes 3 here in this line, right? Number is increment by 1.
Right.
See what is inside number? Number is 2. 2 plus 1 is what happens? 3, right?
3. Right.
Right? We have to increment it. So we come to here 3. Again it will go upward. Now it will check whether 3 is lesser than equal to 5 or not. Then we will say yes, 3 is absolutely lesser than or equal to 5. I mean, this condition we are checking. I'm putting up here also, lesser than equal to lesser than equal to lesser than equal to, right? And this one
Right.
also lesser than. So 3 is lesser than 5. That means now sum and this number. So what would happen? What would be the value of sum and number here? You tell me. Sum plus number.
Okay. So sum plus number is going to be 4 now.
Why 4? What is the value of sum here?
Sum sorry 3. Sum the value of sum is 3. So plus 1 is going to make it. So
No,
sum is
value of
2
sum
there.
is 2, not 3 right now. Value
Sum is
of
2.
sum is
Yeah.
2, and the number value is at this stage
3.
3, right? So 3 plus 2 is what?
5.
Right? So I have to write 5. Then this line will make it 4. Now 4 is lesser than 5, lesser than equal to 5. Is condition right or wrong? True or false?
True.
True, then go ahead and add them up. Whatever here and whatever here. What should be an outcome of this?
9.
Right? Again check the condition. Increment it by 1. Plus 1, plus 1, plus 1. So 5. 5 is lesser than equal to 5 or not?
Yes, it is true.
So what should be the value? What should be the outcome? What we need to add here?
5 plus 9.
Yeah, 5 plus 9. So what is 5 plus 9?
14.
14. Now again come here. Increment it by 1, 6, and it is 5 only. So is 6 lesser than 5?
No.
So that means it will not insert into the while loop now. This while loop ends here, and whatever we have written into the very next line, that gets executed. That means
Oh,
this will not executed, so this become our answer, right? And the while loop will not execute now. It get discarded for us.
okay.
Did you get the logic? How to
I
check the
get
logic?
the logic.
Right?
Yes.
Logic we have to devise ourselves. I mean, we have to think through that. I draw every single diagram over here by just defining all our variable, right? So let
Right.
me turn out there our 1 to 5 itself. 1 second. 1, and did we make any mistake? Initially we have taken the 0. Okay, 1 number was 1 and final was 5. So sum was okay, we made the mistake, and it's 0 plus 1 is 1 only. It's supposed to come 15. Why it is 1? Okay, let me write here and then we will see. 14 should not be an output, it should be 15 only. If you add 1 to 5, 1 plus 2 become 3, plus 3 6, plus 4 10, and plus 5 15. So 1 to 5 should be 15. Why it is giving us 14? We will see that one more time, but let's check out the output first. So this is 15, right? Now
Right.
let's recheck our output. Where did we make mistake? If we make any counting mistake there, we can quickly check that up. Okay, so it was initially number 1 and the final is 555 only, and 1 2 3 4 5 only, that's correct, and sum is 1. So 1 plus initially 1 plus number is my number is initial 1 and sum was 0, so 1 only. Second time 1 become 2. Okay, it has become 2 and we have to add it from here to here, right? We make the mistake in count sum. 2 plus 1 become what? 3,
3.
right? We write 2 only over here. Did you get the point, or I redraw the logic
No,
underneath?
so the mistake was done over here instead of
Right.
3. We say
In first statement itself, right? So here we mistakenly write 2 because 2 plus 1 should be 3. Then see here, but otherwise 3 plus 3, 3 and this 3, 3 plus 3 should be 6, right?
oh,
So then 6 plus 4 should be 10 rather than 9. So this become 10, and 10 plus 5 should be 15. So in that way it works, right? Did you get it?
I get it.
Right? Otherwise, you if you say, I can redraw the same thing quickly.
No, that
If
is fine. I will watch the video
right,
again. At least that part.
okay.
So
There shouldn't be any problem with respect to the understanding of this part, while loop part, right? Now
okay.
let's discuss the another one, do while related stuff. So what happens in the do while? So we what how do while works? Do and then body part. So this is my body part, and then we check the condition after that. First execute anyhow without any issues and then check the condition, the boolean test. So it's just like the real world analogy, like if which comes into my mind, if you are planning to give any interview, then go for an interview, then they will evaluate you that whether you are passed or not in that interview. You are not saying that you must evaluate me first, then uh, I mean make me eligible for an interview. So whatever you want to do that first, then after that that is done, the condition should be checked after that, that what has happened, right? Something like that into the do while. So whatever you plan, just execute that planning, and then after that, once you are done with your first iteration, check out your logic or check out your conditional part, that where do you stand with respect to the that particular stuff right now. Did you get my point? So how it works?
Yes, like give
Something,
the job first, then check the resume.
right? So this is your job first, body part execute first, and then check the condition, right? This condition would check later on, test, and then if that is true, whatever you check, then keep on executing that body, and once at some point the condition become false, just like while loop earlier, come out of that particular loop and come to the, this is start position and this is end position with respect to our flow chart for this example. Okay, got the point. If
Yes.
I would like to do the same thing with the do while loop, same example, so I can do that with do while loop also. So let me quickly go there, do while, better D should be capital, do while demo. And okay, so I'll write one more time the same thing, like I want to get the sum from 1 to 5. So sum should held initially 0 for me. Just try to think a logic with me. Then I write, okay, number, I'm writing the same thing which I write earlier. So initial value is 1. Then what I have to do, okay, I have to get the total sum till end value. So end value is upper bound. Upper bound is my 5. I have written 5 over here. Then I say do, just start, don't worry. And what I'll do, that whatever this I want to get the sum. So this sum container should add whatever the value right now we have in the sum and whatever the number I'm passing over here. So what should be that? Sum equal to sum plus number, semicolon. So it will keep on increasing the number and adding the sum. And then what I write, okay, increment the number equal to number plus 1, right? And then check the condition. What was the condition? Condition is same, number until number is less than equal to the upper bound, my final value. Keep on executing this program, and once it has done it, and then give me an output. Now see here, total is sum. Now let me execute it and then show you the result. The total is 15 here. Did you get the point? What I tried to say?
No.
Okay. All right. See, last program was clear to you?
Yeah, but that one was the condition has to be checked first. Over here, we're not checking the condition, but we're printing out the result.
Yeah, we are not checking the condition over here. That is correct. So we can try this something like this. How many time it first try to see how many time it get executed. So it should be executed for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 times,
Alright.
right? Number of times. And I can write the number as well, yeah, here with concatenation. I'll explain you everything after that. So do you see number of times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 it got
Yes.
executed, and condition is correct. First one would be evaluated with 5, like we make the bowl there. 2 would be evaluated by 5, 3 would be evaluated by 5, 4 would be evaluated by 5, and so on. 5 will be evaluated by 5, and fifth will be evaluated by 5. So it will still it is checking the conditions there in that case. So I can, what I'll do, I will put up the debugging here, right, to show you the output and everything for the explanation purpose. So see carefully. See, so far our sum is 0, number is 1, and upper bound is 5, and it is inside the do condition. So what it will do, it will print it number of times 1, right? And in output we can see number of type 1. Now sum is 0, number is 1. So what sum becomes? Sum become 1 here, right?
Yeah.
See, a 0 plus 1 less value, that's why I'm writing. So it become 1, right? Now I'm incrementing a number by 1. So number becomes for me 2 now. So what has happened? Number become 2 now, right? Here see right hand side box yellow highlighted. Now condition is again checking, 2 is lesser than 5. My one bound is increasing and upper bound is fixed. 2 is less than 5. It will go one more time to the do statement, and it will say okay, number become 2. So underneath you will see down below output number of times 2. Now what should be a sum? Sum is 1 plus 2. It should be 3, right? 1 plus 2. Here current value are these, 1 plus 2. It should be 3. So what is the value? 1 plus 2. It should be 3. So it has become 3 sum. And number, what is number's current value? 2 to 3. It should be 3, right? 1 if I
Okay.
increment it by 1. Do you follow me?
I am following you.
Yeah, okay. If you get confused, then stop me. So number becomes 3 now. And then 3 is being tested with the 5. So it goes to the do again and keep on watching the current value here. So that's why the debug comes into the rescue for us and provide great help to us. See that current value of sum is 3, number is 3, and upper bound is 5. So now number 3 would get printed here, so it has printed down below. Now sum and number we have to add, so sum and number becomes, sum becomes 6 now. 3 plus 3 right hand side, so 3 plus 3 becomes 6 now. So sum will become 6 now. If I execute this, see here yellow line 6 now, right?
All
Now
right.
it time to increment for number, so number has become 3 to 4 now, so it will become 3 to 4. As soon as I done it, see here 3 to 4 it has become. Now 4 is lesser than 5, right? 4 equal lesser than equal to 5, so again it will
Okay.
go in execution phase. Now what are the current values? 6, number is 4, and
4.
upper bound is 5. So number 4 would get printed down below now due to this statement sys out, so it got printed. Now we have to add sum plus number. 6 plus 10, 6 plus sorry 4, it will become 10. So number 13 inside sum 10 will go after summing up this value, sum up this value. So sum become 10. Now I'll have to increment number, so number is 4. 4 to what will happen? 4 becomes 5 now, right or wrong?
Right.
So it has become 5 now. Now 5 is lesser than equal to 5. That's absolutely right. Now what happened? Do will again execute. So it has again went to the do. Now what is the current value of number? 5. So it will print 5 now. So it has print 5 over here. Now what should be the sum? Sum plus number. What should be the sum?
15.
Tell me.
15.
Right? 10 plus 5, 15. So it will 15 will go to the sum. Now what should be the number? 5 to 5 plus 1, what will become?
6.
Now come here. Now we are saying 6. 6 cannot be lesser than 5, right?
Mm.
That's why it is not going to there one more time. So it has, however, it has executed conditions we are checking later on, but we make our program in that way that this statement becomes false for us. So that's why it will not travel to do now for this case. Do
Okay.
you follow me? Number is
I
6,
follow.
right?
Basically, what we did in this program and the other one is we set three values. The upper bound value was 5. So that value is not going to get increased. It every time the number is going to get checked. If number
Hmm.
is less than the upper bound value, then the execution is going to take place and it is going to adding, right? And until that
Hmm.
number is equal to or that, then it is going to come out of that condition,
Right.
right?
So can I say this, that this condition was checked 6 times? Definitely
Yes.
condition was
Yes.
checked 6
Yes.
time, right? One more time then the execution. But that 6 time, that is why number has become 6 for us, if you follow me, right?
Yeah.
And here the condition become false. That's why it is not going to the do loop.
All right.
Correct or not?
Correct.
So conditions, however, we are checking after body, but conditions make it false, so it will not go now into the body because body part comes before the condition. So it is not like that. Okay, please execute body one more time. Body will not execute n plus one time. So whatsoever is expected on that particular time only that will be I mean that will be executing for us. Get the point?
No, so for the sixth time
Mm,
when the value is 6 right now, right? When number is 6,
mm,
so
mhm.
it should come to do the number 11 and then go to number 12, and it shouldn't it print out number of times
No,
and
it should not go. It will not go there because it has become false. That is how we have make our diagram. Execute body first. Check the condition. If condition is false, you can never go upward, right?
right?
It is not eligible to go upward. When it is not eligible to go upward, then it will go down below only,
Okay,
right? That's
alright.
not the. I mean, we cannot do anything.
If the condition is not met, then do not go into the body.
Yes, if condition is not met, then do not go into the body. That's as simple as that. That was applicable for earlier also, for while also. If I
Alright.
show you the
Yes.
while also, but the body part was below that. See here, the body part is here. First checking the condition, then executing the body. So there also it has become false. That is why it did not went to the body part. But here it has gone. That's why it is going there.
Okay.
Did you get the point, or any confusion to you that you did not
No,
get clarity that why, what
no,
is the
it is
difference?
fine. But I will watch it again. So if I have any questions, I will ask you tomorrow.
Yeah, you can watch it again one more time so that you can get clarity. First, one thing is taking. I mean. Just I can say that one part is what it is doing, that it is checking your condition first, then it is doing something, and the other one is the condition checking part is being done later on, then the other things are doing. Or let me quickly do one more example for you, maybe that will make more clarity. Yes, 1 second. The with respect to the both thing, if I can do anything there, just demo while and do while. I come here main, and let's say int I equal to write 10. Okay, and do this, and sys out, and I print I here, and sorry, I here, and then I make it like I minus, sorry, minus minus, and then I write like while, and while I is greater than 1. Until we have I is greater than 1, keep on executing this loop. So let me run this, save this one. So what it is done, 2 10 9 8 7 6 5 4 3 2. Okay, and because it is greater than 1, greater than equal to also I do, then it will come till 1. Okay,
Yeah, this is the
and
one that similar to one when I was practicing before I come to you, I saw something like this.
okay, I thought to show you the simple example. So I'm showing that I've taken a 10 and I'm doing the do while. So that will work for the 10 time itself. It's not a bigger part, right? The simple program.
Right.
What I have done, initialize by 10 I. So first
Yes.
10 would get printed, right? Then it would
Right.
get decremented. I would get decremented. I intentionally make the simple program now to just make the, then what will happen, one would get I mean 10 would get tested with sorry, 9 would get tested with 1. So it actually it has executed it once. Now let me see the same program with uh, 1 second, while, it should also. So this is also giving you the same result. Now the condition is being checked first. Did you notice the differences between these two programs,
Yes.
right? So first one is body part is executing first, then condition. Second part, condition is taking first and then body part. And here we don't need to write do over here, correct? So
No.
that's how it is working over here. So we can easily identify what's going on between the, right?
Right.
Okay, enough for the day.
Enough for today.
Okay, did you, okay, I can send